Hey, this is Nardath. Today I'll be showing you guys how to do the Helix aerial. Trick that can be done in multiple ways, but today I'm going to concentrate on two different methods. I call it the two methods. I call it the Helix way and the behind the 8-ball way. The only difference is the throw, the catch. I do the two same ways. There are different ways to catch it, but I will concentrate on showing you how I do it, and the rest of the ways you can figure it out. So I'm just going to start by showing you how they look. First way is the Helix way. And the behind the 8-ball way. I'm just going to show you guys a few slow-mos of both, and then I'll continue on with the explanation of either. The Helix method, how it differs with the other method is that you're going to be gripping the safe handle fully when you throw. It allows you to it's easier to keep that horizontal plane when you're throwing, because you can really control how you let go of your belly, and you keep that horizontal plane without it going everywhere. So you can start off with the Helix method. You can start off with the reverse grip, holding onto the bite handle, and do your Helix. And then before you do, for the Helix method, for the Helix, the trick itself, you put your index finger here, and then you continue your trick. But the difference here now is that you're not gonna put your index in. You're just gonna keep safe handle, and you're gonna throw it up, and you want to make a nice rotation. Try to keep the same speed that you were going before. Keep it nice and vertical. And as soon as you throw, palm up, thumb out, like this. Because when you're going to catch like this. You're going to catch. What I try to do is I kind of try to hold it with the meat of my finger and right here, my index. And the first move you're going to do is, as soon as you catch like this, is you're going to rotate your wrist palm down, and you continue on with the thumb chaplain around your thumb, and you're going to continue on with your rollovers and Helix in the behind the 8-ball. So again, you want to Helix. Once you get to this position, throw up nice and clean and horizontal, and then palm down. Belly is going to fall, safe handle, just one rotation, and around, and continue. There's other ways to catch, and in this method here, let's say you're doing rollovers, you're doing a bunch. See what I just did? I just did a Helix transfer there from my behind the 8-ball, and I'm in this position. So it's this one, any position that you have where you have the safe handle in your hands. You're fanning. And then you can just go into Helix aerial from there. Like you can do double rollout, to this type of Helix aerial. It's good to break up combos and throw an aerial in there. It took me a long time to get how I get it smooth now, but the more you practice, the more you'll get it nice and smooth. Behind the 8-ball method. Now this way, it allows you to do continuous Helix aerials, I like to call them. First, you got to learn the behind the 8-ball, and same thing for the Helix. Don't try to do these tricks without knowing either tricks. So behind the 8-ball is usually rollouts. I usually don't do that. I usually just do throw out, and then I start with my behind the 8-ball. So for this trick, the first part is pretty much behind the 8-ball. You do kind of like a 0G rollover, then you transfer to the thumb chaplain rollover. So once you got this position, once you got that down, after the thumb rollover, what you usually do is you kind of grab the safe handle with the meat of your finger and your thumb, and you continue on. Now instead of continuing on, same idea, you put your palm down, right? When you do it, you put your palm down, and you want to you hold it with your index and your thumb, and you want to continue your rotation but in the air instead. And same thing, you want to keep it horizontal, and you want to catch it in this position right here. Now sometimes I'll catch it with my fingers kind of like this, and then I'll just kind of transfer over to my thumb and continue on. It's just the way it lands. Now this method here is a little harder to keep horizontal because you don't have a firm grip on the safe handle when you throw, but you can still manage to make a nice clean rotation. Not like that, but I mean, once you get the practice down. This one here is good for, like I said before, continuous roll, the Helix aerials, because when you catch, you're already into the thumb rollover, like thumb chaplain, and then you come right back into this position where it's a throwing position, so you can just do continuous Helix aerials with this method. And that was sloppy, but you get the point. Where so yeah, you can do continuous Helix aerials with the Helix method, but you need to do a full Helix, and then kind of, so you had to do a full Helix before you come back and do the other one. So it's not really continuous. It's kind of roll over and then Helix aerials. And so that's it for the behind the 8-ball and the Helix method style ways to do variations. One of my favorite ones, I can't really do it well yet, but it's reverse index chaplain to Helix aerial. So I mean, you can do the Helix aerial to same throw Helix way, but instead of catching it, into Helix, you can catch it and go to 0G like the kind of like the KZ, But you go ahead and do another one. And you can also catch with you can also do the same thing with the bite handle. It's just you can't continue on with the rotation with the bite handle. Well, you can, but it's dangerous. You can. What I do is I like to just catch it like that, and then carry on in other ways. What's another? Oh yeah, you can do a thumb chaplain, and in one of the parts of the move when you do the behind the 8-ball way is you do a thumb chaplain, right? So and it's part of the catching, so you can just go ahead and throw it right into the Helix aerial. So it's up to you guys to discover different ways to do it. Oh, there's the Wu Yan way, I guess, to try to catch it with these two fingers. If you catch the safe handle, you can go into chaplain, or if you do another rotation, you can go ahead and do the chair picker right after. But for that one, you had to do an extra rotation because you want to catch the bite handle and then carry on with the kind of cherry picker. I'm not used to doing the 1.5 rotations, but catch the drift. Anyways, you guys can discover us, and hope to see more Helix aerial transfers in the future.